Welcome to Turning Hard Times into Good Times. I'm your host, Jay Taylor, and as I like to remind you each and every week, I'm also the author of a newsletter called Jay Taylor's Gold, Energy, and Tech Stocks, and my company, Taylor Hard Money Advisors, is also in partnership with Chen Lin, who publishes What is Chen Buying, What is Chen Selling. With regard to Chen's newsletter, he will be accepting new subscribers during the first 2 weeks, starting July 1st. That is the first 2 weeks of July. And also, you need to go to miningstocks.com to sign up for Chen's letter, as well as my letter, miningstocks.com. I want to thank each of you for listening to this show, and I'd like to invite you to continue sending along your questions for Taylor@gmail.com. Questions, the number 4, Taylor@gmail.com. We don't have time to really address most of those questions on this show, but I do read each and every one of them, and they are very important to me, so please continue sending them along. Also, follow me on Twitter. J. Taylor Media is my handle. I want to thank our sponsors for making this show economically viable. Carlisle Goldfields, RN Resources, and Cornerstone Capital Resources are our sponsors for today's show. I've titled today's show, Can Bitgold Help Restore an Honest Monetary System? Well, Bitgold is the name of a new public company that trades in Canada. Its business model has been compared to that of PayPal, the difference being that Bitgold will draw down units of gold used to pay for goods and services, whereas PayPal uses fiat money. Recently, Gold Money agreed to be merged into Bitgold. Gold Money's customers have a large amount of gold and silver and platinum and palladium as well, stored in their warehouses in England, Switzerland, Hong Kong, and Singapore. So it was a natural fit to have Gold Money joining Bitgold in a way. Given this proposed merger, which is supposed to take place very soon, I have arranged to have James Turk of Gold Money, as well as Roy Sebag, the CEO of Bitgold, to join me today to discuss this exciting prospect. James Turk's goal was always to find a way to monetize gold so that people could protect themselves against the massive destruction of purchasing power orchestrated by central banks, especially since Nixon took the world off the gold standard in 1971. Well, also joining me today in just a few minutes from now, Abraham Drost. He is the president and CEO of Carlisle Gold. That's an emerging gold producer with an accomplished mine-building joint venture partner, Aurico Gold. That's Aurico Gold. There's over 4 million ounces of gold in the company's Manitoba properties. Before we go to commercial break, though, and before we talk to Abraham Drost, I do want to make a couple of comments about the gold markets and also a word about Dynacor Gold Mines. It's a company that has been a sponsor to this show in the past and one of my favorites. It's a company also that is being attacked by some, I think, very short-sighted shareholders. First, with respect to the gold market, I want to pass along some of the ideas gathered from Michael Oliver, who couldn't be on the show today because of time constraints. But in a weekend document, Michael showed he showed his forecast for the past forecasts, a couple of the past forecasts for the gold bull market that really started with the collapse of the Lehman Brothers in 2008, 2009, and his call for a bear market in 2011. And now, in both instances, people who were focused on fundamentals, as I was, were late in reacting to the market's moves, and as a result, were hurt fairly badly. But Michael's momentum models got his readers in early in both instances. And now, with respect to the current bull market, Michael thinks we're setting up for a significant upside move in gold, a significant move, a bull market, a new bull market. Let me just quote what Michael had to say at the end of this past week. Quote, "What's been setting up since the summer lows of 2013 is a massive basing pattern in the momentum charts. I cannot emphasize this enough, but the long-term momentum charts shown here have clear structures not far overhead. Break them out and it's boom. So if you're a depressed gold bull who failed to lighten his position in 2012, is frustrated by the time spent and cowed by the strong dollar and the deflation talk, wake up. It's tactical time again. End of quote. Now, Michael is really saying, keep an eye on these levels because he thinks we're just about ready to break out. Well, time will tell if Michael will be right for a third time in a row. But I have watched this man's work and have been gaining confidence in his work over time, not just in the gold and silver markets, but in all manner of other markets that Michael covers. And hopefully, we'll get him on the show again in the near future. Now, regarding Dynacor Gold Mines, I want to say that I am in total agreement with Louis James of KC Research, who wrote the following to his subscribers this past week regarding a hostile attempt against the current management, and the very successful management, I might say, of Dynacor. And so I really am totally in agreement with Louis James. Let me just quote what Louis wrote for his subscribers this past week. Quote, "The news that some dissident shareholders are trying to take over Dynacor's board is not welcome, but not distressing in and of itself. If the dissidents were to win, then we'd be concerned. That's because we know how very, very hard it is to do what Dynacor has done. Frankly, to us, it seems insane to try to replace the team that succeeded where others have failed and delivers profits while other juniors are shutting down." Then Louis went on to talk about some very excellent assays and exploration results that are coming from the company's Tumi Pampa property, its underground high-grade mine from which it expects to start producing in the not-too-distant future. And then Louis concluded his remarks with the following. Bottom line, Louis says, this company has delivered, is delivering, and we expect it to continue delivering value for shareholders under current management. We support them, encourage you to do the same, end of quote. Well, we do have to go to a commercial break now, but don't go away because coming up as soon as we come back from break will be Abraham Drost, the CEO. I think of a very exciting company as well, Carlisle Goldfields, which is one that I have had on my list in my newsletter. It really has everything going for it, some more than 4 million ounces of gold, but now with a major company that has all the resources capable of executing and taking a gold deposit into gold production. This penny stock, I think, is one that you should pay close attention to.